Different date, same fate. I'ma knock out Jake Paul.
Jake Paul just got absolutely crushed by Mike Tyson. And it's not even because they've stepped into the ring yet. Nope, it's because Mike, in all his infinite wisdom, decided it'd be a great idea to tweak a few fight rules. I mean, the fight was originally supposed to be a friendly little exhibition match, right? Just a casual way to raise some money, no big deal. But oh no, Jake couldn't leave it at that. Instead, he kept poking the bear, literally in this case, until Tyson snapped.
Tyson had been training like a beast, sharing his progress on social media.
And if there's one thing Tyson is known for, it's that he doesn't settle things with words. Actions speak louder, and let's just say, Jake's probably regretting his life choices right about now. Jake Paul's boxing career has always been like one big question mark, hasn't it? Sure, the guy wins, but how has he been winning? Oh, that's where it gets spicy. Lately, every time Jake pulls off another victory, it's through a technical knockout, TKO. Sounds fancy, right? Like he's just knocking people out left and right. But hold up a second. TKOs aren't exactly what they sound like. It's when the referee jumps in to save the day and calls the fight. And in Jake's case, it feels like the ref is jumping in just a little too soon. You know, like they've got dinner plans or something. The timing's a bit too perfect every single time. And it's got people raising their eyebrows higher than Jake's ego.
No, I fancy him for it, to be honest. I fancy a man's a bit windy. The other cat's a bit windy there. You know, so, but he's a donkey. The guy's a donkey, the other cat. Yeah. But a donkey has a kick as well. So you just got to be worried of that. So, but I just think, make weather and that'll come and be careful and I'll be in his face and I was thinking it's only night, you know, only night.
And look, it's not just fans whispering in the background anymore. This is starting to get loud. People are asking, how is Jake Paul, the guy whose punches look more like slaps, managing to win these TKO victories? The rumors? Oh, they're juicy. Word on the street is that Jake's got a little something extra going on behind the scenes. Bribing referees? Yep, you heard that right. It's not just some wild conspiracy theory anymore. It's a legit accusation bouncing around the boxing world, and people are starting to take it seriously. I mean, come on. Jake Paul winning by TKO over and over, and it's always when the other guy still looks like they're ready to keep swinging. It's like a magic trick that's starting to look a little too rehearsed.
There's just no nerves, and I think with my new team, different preparation, everything's at a much higher level.
Going back to MMA fights or fighting former MMA fighters.
This whole mess has completely trashed Jake's rep. He's no longer just the YouTuber turned boxer trying to earn respect in the ring. Oh no, now he's the guy with a cloud of suspicion hanging over his head like a bad cologne. Fans who were cheering him on at the start, yeah, they're starting to turn on him. They're looking at him sideways, wondering if Jake's ever actually pulled off a clean win, or if it's all just smoke and mirrors, courtesy of some very convenient referee stoppages. Enter Mike Tyson, the man, the myth, the absolute boxing legend. Tyson's seen enough of this circus, and he's not having it. He's built his career on knocking people out cold, not on these wishy-washy, technical wins. So when he sees Jake Paul sliding through the ranks with these suspicious TKO victories, Tyson's like, nope, not on my watch. And Tyson, he doesn't do things halfway. He's not out here throwing shade on Twitter. He's going straight for the jugular. He's changing the rules. But forget all this referee nonsense. Tyson made it very clear. The only way this fight ends is by knockout. No more refs stepping in. No more questionable calls. Just fists and someone hitting the canvas. And you know what? It's brilliant. Tyson pulled the rug right out from under Jake. All those TKO wins, poof, gone. Now, if Jake wants to win, he's going to have to actually knock someone out. And not just someone. He's got to knock out Mike Tyson. Yeah, good luck with that, Jake. Tyson doesn't need a ref to win. He's built his career on making sure the guy across from him stays down for the count. And now he's made sure that's the only way this fight is going to end.
A whole lot of people want to see the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight for a whole lot of different reasons. I think it's fair to say that the number one reason most of us want to see it is to see Jake Paul get his head knocked off his shoulders. We all know how the internet is. There's always going to be a bunch of weird rumors floating around, and the rumors about the rules to this fight are absolutely insane.
For Jake, this is a nightmare. He's been able to coast on these TKO calls for so long. But now, with Tyson's no-nonsense rules in place, he's got to prove he can actually box. And let's be real, he's never faced anyone like Tyson. Tyson's new rule is painfully simple. No more refs, no more technical knockouts. If you want to win, you better knock the other guy out cold. That's it. No one's stepping in to help. And if Jake thought he could rely on the same old tricks, well, he's in for a nasty surprise. Tyson is shutting down any chance for Jake to sneak out of this fight with a referee-assisted win. This move is a total game changer, especially for Jake, who's built a career around fights that always seem to end with the ref jumping in right when things get dicey. Tyson? Oh, he's not interested in any of that. This fight isn't about playing it safe or collecting points, it's about who's left standing at the end. As Tyson himself said,
the WBC have said they're going to give a cruiserweight ranking to the winner of this fight. Do you think they deserve one?
I don't think so. I don't know why. It's hard enough for real athletes, for real boxers, to gain those rankings, and then suddenly this Solomon Tuesday decides to give double ranking because he's getting some greens in his, in his back pocket. No, that is disgrace to boxing.
Put this in Mike Tyson's third rule for this fight. Oh, it's a total game changer, and honestly, only Tyson could pull off something like this. We're talking about random steroid tests. Yep, you heard that right. But not just any old tests. Tyson's making sure they're unpredictable. No warning, no heads up, nothing. It's not the usual test after weigh-in deal. Jake Paul won't even know when these tests are coming, and that's the whole point. Tyson is shaking things up in a way that's bound to rattle Jake. And it's brilliant. Tyson's making it crystal clear why he's doing this. It's a direct hit at all the rumors flying around about Jake Paul's sudden transformation into a boxer. People have been side-eyeing Jake for a while now, questioning whether he's, well, natural. I mean, let's be real. Jake's gone from YouTuber to this bulked-up fighter in a pretty short amount of time, and not everyone's buying it. And Jake's got a bit of a history when it comes to dodging the stricter drug tests in past fights. Sure, he's faced some testing, but nothing this intense. Tyson's not having it. He's not buying into Jake's clean athlete persona, and these random tests. They're making sure there's no room for funny business.
A whole lot of people want to see the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight for a whole lot of different reasons. I think it's fair to say that the number one reason most of us want to see it is to see Jake Paul get his head knocked off his shoulders. We all know how the internet is. There's always going to be a bunch of weird rumors floating around, and the rumors about the rules to this fight are absolutely insane.
The genius behind Tyson's move? It's simple. He's cutting off any chance for Jake to game the system. With no warning, Jake can't time his cycles or sneak in some masking agents to slide through the tests. No time for precautions or clever tricks. Tyson's been around long enough to know how athletes try to cheat the system, and he's closing that door firmly. If there's anything shady going on with Jake, these tests are going to catch it. Tyson's making sure this fight stays clean, and he's not leaving any loopholes open. And let's talk about Jake's reaction for a second. He's got to be sweating bullets. He's never faced this level of strict testing before, and you can already tell the pressure's getting to him. Rumors are swirling that Jake's camp is in full-blown panic mode. They didn't see this coming, and now they're scrambling to figure out how to deal with it. It's one thing to train for a fight, but preparing for random steroid tests that could hit at any moment? That's a whole new level of stress. And Jake's team is feeling the heat. But let's not forget, this isn't just about Jake. Tyson's doing this for the sport. It's about keeping the fight clean, making sure there's no cheating or unfair advantages. Tyson's been around long enough to know how boxing works, and he's not going to let this fight get bogged down in controversy. He's sending a clear message. This fight is going to be about raw, Real talent. No shortcuts, no enhancements. Just pure boxing. It's bold, but it's exactly what you'd expect from Tyson, especially with the whole world watching.